Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida Gators offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time.
Gonna take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Brown. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. He gets it in.
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this guy just stays on a roll. He's been getting to quarterbacks and making life really, really hard. He had 3 sacks a week ago, 1 already in this ball game. You better know where he is at on every single snap.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This quarterback part of their running game. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Connection to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Gonna take a shot. It's an stride inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Makes the catch right at the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Great place to start for this offense. Got him downfield. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hand. for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Finds the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his man. It's Wilson. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run it from the gun. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Runs through the tackle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. That's caught. It's Wilson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Turning it on! That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Just a short pass to the tight end. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Reads it, fires complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Now facing a third and long. They want to throw it. Pressure coming. Quickly to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the...
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a man. It's Flagway. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
They'll go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, Katie bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the...
Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kentucky, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run?
And the Heat will get home in the goes down at the 17. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Makes the grab, and there's room. There he goes down the right side. He's at the touchdown, Florida. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Using his legs, hits Patterson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Power football with the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Gators sending the offense back to work.
Here we go. Right. Roller.
Might be changing the route. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year. He wants to take the top off. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The Gators come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Gators have their offense in high gear.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's open on the right. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Grab near the marker. It's Simmons. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
The screen, and watch out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes a catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Patterson. There he goes. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, And this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.